Welcome to Bulldog TV. Tonight, your undefeated Bulldogs will take on the Hawks of Prairie Central. Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Morphew, former Bulldog Youth Club coach, and I want to thank you for joining me tonight. To start tonight's broadcast, we will have a special announcement. Mahomet is the kind of town that knows how to rally behind its own. Take a look at this announcement to see how you can join the fundraising effort to support two families in their battle against cancer.
Okay, good morning, Bulldog families and fans. My name is Nick DiFilippo. I'm the head baseball coach here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. I'm here today with the other spring and summer sport coaches to make you aware of a program that our spring sports teams are putting together to support two of our families currently dealing and battling with cancer. This spring, Mahomet-Seymour baseball team will be taking pledges and donations for each strikeout recorded by the Bulldog pitching staff. This money will be collected at the end of the season and shared with the families of Lincoln Trail teacher Sarah Dyer and family of MSHS teacher Eric Andrecki.
And I'm Rob Ledden, the head wrestling coach, and we're also going to participate, and we're going to use Pins for Cancer.
Hi, Lisa Ayers, head softball coach. We're partnering with baseball, and we'll be taking donations and pledges for strikeouts this season as well.
My name is Keith Pogue. I'm the head boys track coach. I'm also representing our girls track program. We're going to contribute based on first place finishes this track season.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Davis, head varsity coach for the girls soccer this spring. We're going to be doing goals for cancer.
For more information on this initiative, please contact the head coach of any of the spring sports programs, as we'll be sharing this information also through the Sky Alert system, our social media, and other ways throughout the building. And remember, no Bulldog stands alone in their battle.
A link to this pledge form is in the description of this video. Please consider your offering what you can help to do to help the Andrecki and Dyer families. Let's show them that no Bulldog stands alone. Thank you. So tonight, as I mentioned, the Bulldogs are taking on the Prairie Central Hawks. We will take a pause for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. All right, thank you. Let's wrestle.
We are starting off right away here. Prairie Central, much like many of the other teams that the Bulldogs have seen, only has about 7 wrestlers. These Prairie Central wrestlers will wrestle the Bulldog Varsity in one meet, then there will be a short break, and the Prairie Central wrestlers will all get second matches against other Bulldogs. So there is kind of like 2 meets tonight, a varsity and a JV meet. The Bulldogs are 4-0 on the year. As I mentioned, they're undefeated. Last time out, they beat Champaign Central and St. Thomas More by substantial margins. Myers, Crowley, and Casillas were all winners last Friday. And for Casillas, it was his first action of the season in which he won by a major decision. The Bulldogs have had a major advantage over their opponents this season because they're able to field a full team. There are 32 wrestlers total on the roster, and the Bulldogs fill all 14 weights. Here's a quick look at their lineup before we start wrestling. Caden Hatton mans the lightest weight class, followed by Mason Rashi. Isabel Leahy will take over 120. Peyton Ragona is wrestling 126. Talon Pollock at 132. Logan Hillard and Logan Petro are 138 and 145 respectively. Braden Heinold will wrestle 152. Peyton Myers 160. Gage Granadino at 170. Hauser at 82. Casillas at 95. Daniel Renshaw at 220. And at 225, Colton Crowley will take the mat for the Bulldogs. It looks like we are starting right away at 106. Sophomore Caden Hatton takes the mat for the Bulldogs. He will be facing Abby Bergstrahl from the Prairie Central Hawks. Caden has been very aggressive and very physical this season. I expect him to keep it up some level change and a sweep single, and he gets to it on his second attempt. He's trying to table the leg, but comes up with it, looking for the trip, and gets the takedown on the edge of the mat in the first 12 seconds of this match. Hatton releases to a front headlock right away, a snap and spin, and he's got a quick 2 takedowns here in this 106-pound match. Caden will cut again, looking for inside control to a snap down this time. And misses on that attempt, but is able to come around for his 3rd takedown of the match. Another escape by Bergstrahl. Hatton in again. That is a 4th takedown. Looking for a half, and Bergstrahl wings down hard. Gets Hatton off balance, but Hatton's able to split the legs and can't keep it. Less than a minute in this first period of this first match of the night, and Hatton has a power half with the far leg in. The referee calls the action out, and they will reset in the center. Nice aggressive action here from Caden Hatton so far this match. Hatton goes to the far ankle, can't quite get it, comes back to the chop. Looking to throw that Mills half when Bergstrahl's on her base. Hatton trying to tilt, but Bergstrahl rolls all the way through. Hatton tries to hit it again, can't settle that tilt down. Tries again, but Bergstrahl rolls through it. So no back points for Hatton, but a very productive period. He's up 8-3 after 1 period. Bergstrahl chooses neutral. Hatton tapping, not tying up for long, goes to a high crotch, cuts over to a double, and gets his 5th takedown of the match. He's going to cut again, getting work on his feet here. Tap and a sweep single attempt. Oh, and then goes across for the high crotch, but cracks Bergstrahl down instead of cutting across for 2, and that'll cost him a takedown on the edge of the mat. If Hatton would have cut across for that double, I think he could have stayed on the mat, but instead he decided to crack down over his head. There's a shot off the whistle, but it was a little early. I like how Hatton faked to the single. Now he's coming to the high crotch again, but he gets a little across the body, is able to adjust, grab both legs, and get Bergstrahl down again. I like that combo of the fake single then to the high crotch, but he did not get Bergstrahl stepping towards him with the leg that he wanted to hit that high crotch with. Great motion and combination though. We're halfway through this match. Hatton sweeps single again for a takedown. Looking for the lift. No, he just cuts Bergstrahl. It is now 14-6, so he has the major decision. There's that high crotch, cuts across. Bergstrahl lands on her rear and then rolls to her belly. Another takedown for Hatton. Hatton looks a little undecisive on top. Hasn't really been able to lock up any substantial pinning combination. All his points have been scored on their feet, and I think that's a full Nelson on Hatton. He had the near side half and then sunk a half in on the far side and gives up the 1 penalty point. It is now 16-7. The major decision is still intact. The way this match has gone so far, I'd say Caden's on track for a tech fall here. Ooh, he cuts Bergstrahl with 15 seconds left. He's got to work fast. Lots of level changes, lots of motion. Sweep single. He comes to his feet. He dumps it back. No points yet, 4 seconds left, and then he gets the 2-point takedown. A flurry of activity from Caden Hatton. He is up now 18-8. He will start down in the third period. Oh, that's his second caution. You got to jump on the whistle. Bergstraw really doesn't try much of a breakdown. Hatton, good movement off the bottom. Oh, he tries to sit through when Bergstraw had almost a neck wrench. Hatton missed a half opportunity there, but sinks it now.
Hey, keep running with it. Keep turning. Drive your feet. Keep turning. Drive your feet now. Drive your feet. Keep it.
Hatton has the Merkle now. Coach Akery yelled at Hatton to extend Bergstraw. She's winging down hard, hoping to get Hatton off base so she can jump her hips over. But Caden is out to the side. Oh, a surfboard half, and Hatton's going to settle in here with 1:15 left in this third period. Hatton's trying to settle his hips down, get weight on that inside shoulder. He's got a minute left. The score is now 20-8, not 10-8. The scoreboard can't show 2s in the 10s place. Hatton's trying to readjust and get this fall for the Bulldogs. Closing in on 40 seconds here left in this first match of the night. Hatton has a half and the far arm in an unusual pinning combination, but he might be able to settle down for the fall in this position. He's not really on his toes putting weight on that shoulder though. I don't think Caden's gonna get the fall, but it is 23-8, and that will be the tech fall for Caden Hatton. Good first match for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are up 6-0, although they will get, looks like 7 forfeits this meet. There will be forfeits given to Mason Rashi and Isabel Leahy for the Bulldogs. Going into the 126-pound match, it'll be senior Peyton Ragona. This will be his first match of the season. He's been taking forfeits in previous meets. He will be facing off against Aiden Mackey from the Hawks. Just sorting out some procedural details here on the mat. The Bulldogs are up 18-0 going into this 126-pound match. Ragona has spent a lot of time in the varsity lineup. Kind of similar to what we've seen from Hatton. Very active, lots of motion on his feet. Ragona goes with a hard inside tie. Takes a shot from distance and is able to get Mackey down on the mat. Cuts across for the 2-point takedown. So a long shot from distance, but it worked out for Ragona there. Ragona with the tight waist far ankle drives Mackey off the mat. Good start for the senior. Ragona will give Mackey the escape. Looks like he's working from distance still. Oh, drops down in a low shot, brings it up to a single. Looks for a front trip, but he's not in a very strong position, but he's able to get Mackey off balance and still get the 2-point takedown. Man, these Prairie Central wrestlers really look like they're looking for an elbow to hit a roll. So the Bulldogs have to be out to the side if they're sinking those halves. Mackey's motion takes him out of bounds. A restart in the center. Let's see if Ragona cuts with 1:09 left in this 126-pound match. Sorry, in the first period. Ragona chooses to ride, tries a tight waist far ankle. Mackey turns away from it. Ragona tries a chop. Ragona slips the leg in on the left side, getting it in on the right now. He's got a power half. Mackey is not extended, though. Ragona's working hard, pushing that head away. This is not a comfortable position, but Mackey is not in danger. Now Ragona can switch to the crossface. Oh, but the legs slip out and Mackey escapes. It is 4-2 now, 43 seconds left. Ragona in on a shot, but doesn't have both hands. Switches to a high crotch. Tries to cut to a double. He's on his knees. He needs to come up again. Mackey with the chest wrap. Flips Ragona's feet out, but Ragona comes around on top for the takedown. 6-2 now, and Ragona is going to get charged with the locked hands here. So one thing we've noticed early in the season is the conditioning of these wrestlers is they're not quite match ready. And Ragona has really had a flurry of activity here in the first period. This is his first competition of the season. Let's see if he has enough in the tank for the third period. Ragona trying a meat grinder or a scarf, but gives Mackey his feet. Mackey's not able to escape, and Ragona has a 3-point lead after one. Ragona's going neutral after Mackey defers. Oh, Mackey not ready at the whistle, and Ragona just drops in on the ankle. Ragona comes back up to that single, now tries to drop to a double. Now Ragona's trying the dump. Good work here. Don't want to lose this. Ragona's still in control. He could bring it back on the mat, but instead decides to circle out. Mackey's hands aren't up again at the whistle. Ragona could have dropped in maybe another time. Ragona shoots from distance, a double leg, but heads in the middle. Mackey chest wrap and lifts Ragona out. It looks like Ragona can get in on shots at will. We haven't seen a shot from Mackey yet. Ragona looked pretty good when he was shooting from distance. There's the first shot from Mackey. Ragona to his feet, tries to drag out. Oh, and he falls into a hip toss, but Mackey rolls through and they go out of bounds. No takedown. So great reaction by Mackey there, rolling with the hip toss, but the wrestlers roll out of bounds. Big reach from Ragona there. It looks like his positioning is losing a little form. Ragona looks like he tried a duck under and fell into a single leg. He has a double leg, but he's cross body. Doesn't matter, he's able to pull it out. Ragona's up 8-3 now. Oh, and there's that roll. Ragona stuck that half in a little deep. And Ragona, in an attempt to salvage the position, throws in a full Nelson, which gives Mackey a point. So this match is 8-4. I don't think Mackey is out of this, especially if Ragona tries that half and he wings down hard again. There's a hard switch from Mackey, but he gave up his arm to Ragona. Ooh, Peyton tries to throw that half, and there comes that hard elbow down. But he might have a suck back if he can get his knees underneath him. Another locked hands call for Peyton. So he's had 2 locked hands and a full Nelson in this match. As I mentioned, this is his first competition of the year. Definitely showing some rust. Peyton, Ragona decides to cut with 11 seconds left. I don't think that was advisable. I didn't see the coaches telling him to release Mackey. Ragona needs to move, or he just gave Mackey a free point. There's the shot. Head inside double. Chest wrap by Mackey, but Ragona can't secure the 2. Multiple mistakes at the end of that second period from Ragona, and now this is an 8-6 match. Mackey chooses down. Ragona is in danger of losing this match here. I don't like this position. He cannot sink that half. There's the elbow catch and the wing down hard by Mackey. Ragona either has to go with ankles. I like the crossface, looking for the crossface cradle. Ragona did have the legs in early in the match. Mackey with the sit out. Mackey has not really been getting hand control. He's just been looking for that elbow to wing down. There Ragona has a half and the legs in, and he is getting points. This might be a fall for Ragona. If anything, he can catch his breath here for the rest of the period. Ragona cranking that head back. The leg comes out, though. He's going to have to bail soon. Mackey not really clearing that leg. There, Mackey tries to roll through, but Ragona catches the crossface. I don't think that inside shoulder is going to be down for the pin here. 45 seconds. Ragona weathered the storm and now is in control of this match. And there's the fall for Peyton Ragona. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Nice activity from Peyton Ragona. Some mistakes, some things that definitely need to be cleaned up. I was a little leery of what might happen going into that third period. It looks like there might be a blood cleanup timeout here. Our next match will be at 1:38. So at 1:32, Talon Pollock will take a forfeit for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are up 23-0. They had a Caden Hatton tech fall and now a Peyton Ragona fall. And the rest have been forfeits. Pollock takes the forfeit. It is now 29-0 Bulldogs. And now we get to see senior Logan Hillard, who I've been impressed with his physicality and also his combinations. It looks like he's drilled a lot of certain combinations quite a bit. He looks good. He tries a shot off the whistle. Oh, this is Donovan Lewis from Prairie Central with a reshot back in on the double. Wrestlers going at it, and now it's an over-under on the edge of the mat. We'll see if anyone wants to take a risk here. Hillard is trying to step all the way across in front of Lewis's legs. Hillard gets to an underhook. I've seen him take a good high crotch from that underhook. Lewis tries his own high crotch. As Lewis comes up, Hillard finds that underhook, goes to the high crotch, and takes down Lewis. Hillard might have a chance for back points here on the edge. He's got the far arm trapped, but can't lift the leg for the Turk. He's going to go right through to a tilt. Nice combination there from Hillard. Can't settle the tilt down, though. Hillard with a collar and maybe a ball and chain. I can't tell if he's got the wrist between the legs or not. Hillard looking for tilts. We've seen the Bulldogs hit a lot of tilts already early in this season. Hillard's got looking for that ball and chain tilt. About 30 seconds left in this 138-pound match. Oh, Hillard comes out in front and gives up position. Lewis had a body lock and there was a potentially dangerous call. I think because Hillard's arm was trapped around Lewis's neck pretty tightly. No escape given, so Lewis stays down. Hillard to a chop. Lewis able to get back to his feet pretty quickly. Lewis tries to roll through and Hillard catches him on his back. I think he got a 2 count there. He does. A mistake by Lewis at the end of the period. Short time left. Hillard survives that headlock at the end. and it is 4-0 Hillard. Hillard tells the ref, I'll take the bottom position to start the second period. A switch, not there. Tripod to a knee slide, up to a stand-up. Good movement there from Hillard. Great hand control, and that's an escape. Hillard's up 5-0 now. There's that underhook. Here's a high crotch coming on that left side. Oh, Hillard reaches tentatively, but is able to pull it in. On that high crotch, you'd like to see him penetrate his hips a little closer to Lewis, but Hillard was able to snatch it with one arm and pull it in. Now Hillard looks like he might have a half on the far side, trying to throw the leg in. Lewis catches the leg. Lewis is in good position to get out here if he can elevate that leg that he caught. But it's for inactivity. Hillard closing in on 100 career wins. 92 of them were at Bloomington High School. Oh, he tries the meat grinder or the scarf, whatever you want to call it, but he really didn't get Lewis to turn his hips. And now there's a flurry of hips and legs and arms. Hillard ends up in a front headlock position. Now he's going to try and combo that into a near side cradle, but Lewis is able to slip the grip. 35 seconds left, second period. Hillard looking for the major decision. There's that high crotch again. He decides to crack Lewis down. Now Hillard needs to get long. Lewis chest wraps, flips it on top, but Hillard's able to come out the back door and get the 2-point takedown. I think when we saw Hillard crack down Lewis there, he's showing a little bit of fatigue, because if he was fresh, he definitely would have cut across to that double there. So Hillard has the 8-point advantage, the major decision for the team currently. Lewis chooses neutral to start the third period. Hillard tries to pop the elbow to a sweep single, doesn't work. Lewis had the underhook in head position, but doesn't do anything with it. Oh, Hillard once again trying to that single, but falls to a high crotch, and Lewis has a neck wrench but can't quite step over. Hillard really needs to stretch his body out. Oh, he's able to run into Lewis and elevate for the 2-point takedown. And I think there was a potentially dangerous call. Yes. Hillard up 11-1, 1:26 left. Still plenty of time in this third period. Like to see Hillard keep working, maybe get that tech fall. He's going to that ball and chain again, looking for that ball. Now a ball and chain stack. He tries right to the tilt. Nice catch there by Logan. He secured the 2 count, or the 2 points. Looking for 3. I don't think he got it. I think that was only a 4 count from the ref. Hillard trying to transition to a wing. No, he did get the full 3 near fall. It is now 14-1. Roll through tilt here, and he holds Lewis in his lap. He gets the 2-point near fall, and that will be the tech fall. Nice job by Logan Hillard. Just a good, solid, all-around wrestler, solid fundamentals. I'm excited to watch him this year. Okay, the Bulldogs are stretching that lead now. 34-0, and Logan Petro, the junior at 145, will take a forfeit. Braden Heinold, junior Braden Heinold, will also take a forfeit at 152. Senior Peyton Myers will take a forfeit at 160, and senior Gage Granadino will take a forfeit at 170. The next match will be Caden Young from the Hawks against Brennan Hauser of the Bulldogs. Brennan, a sophomore at 182, a very solid technician in neutral. Has great elbow control to get to his shots. And sporting some awesome hockey hair at the moment. Brennan starts with some head taps and some level changes. Ooh, big collision there. Both wrestlers looking for inside position. It looks like Young might want to throw. So if I were, oh, nice tap, fake high crotch, and Hauser goes to the right side high crotch and is able to get the takedown. So Hauser did a tap to the left side, swung around to the right, which I think was going to be a single, and he ended up in a head outside position, but was still able to get the takedown. Oh, he gets a little sloppy on top, gives Young his legs. Young in good position to at least get his escape. Hauser in front offense now, nice. He's dragging the head down nicely and locks up the near side cradle. Oh, Young slips out of it and slips out of bottom for the escape. Good action from these wrestlers already. Hauser tries a drag to that single, loses his grip, is able to get the underhook and head position. This is great for Hauser. Tries to do a knee pull single. And then he does the knee pick, but cannot keep his feet in bounds for the 2 points. We're seeing a diversity of things from Hauser. Drags, underhooks, taps, picks, head inside and outside shots. Hauser, jab step. Oh, and then hits the high crotch, but Young is able to keep his arm buried. Hauser rolls out of it into a front headlock. Should be able to get the takedown here. Young is able to blunt Hauser's momentum. Hauser steps over the ankle and gets the 2 points, although Young has that inside arm and escapes for a point. So 4-2 now, 15 seconds left. I'd like to see Hauser get to his left side high crotch. Young takes a shot from distance. Hauser catches the underhook, throws Young to his back. And he's getting, I don't think he got a count. It seemed like there should have been a 2 count. There was! Hauser able to scavenge 4 points there at the end of the match. Or end of the first period. I didn't see who chose neutral there. Wrestlers start on their feet for the second straight period. Taps and level changes from Hauser. He tries that left side high crotch, but whiffed. Young lifted his leg. Hauser comes up in a good position with that underhook. Young tries to step across and throw. Hauser trying to do that knee pull and dumps and finds a half. Great catch by Brennan Hauser on the edge of the mat here. He's getting back points with still 1:30 left in this period. Hauser needs to settle his chest. He's stretching the arm. Oh, and now that looks close. Hauser is definitely in pin territory here, and there's another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Great job by Brennan Hauser there. I love the activity. I love the number of chances he took on his feet. Great job. Okay, Mateo Casillas. The force of nature that is Mateo Casillas will take on Connor Steidinger. Mateo, this will be his second match on the year. Steidinger looks like a strong kid. Mateo may meet his match in this one. Mateo, lots of movement, is in on a single. Oh, he tries to cut across double, loses it, and gets to the body lock. Stedinger's able to dig in and underhook. Oh, Mateo gave up on that single. He tried to reach across for the double. I think that he should have tried to elevate and trip or gone to a dump there. It looks like Mateo can get in on that single pretty easily, though. Stenger with his own single. Nice shot. Casillas trying to get his hips in. Stenger elevates and trips Casillas back. That's really what I thought Mateo should have done with his single. Mateo looking for hand control. Steidinger hanging out to the side on the collar. Mateo gets up looking for hand control. Steidinger trying to lift, and a potentially dangerous call. 57 seconds left. Steidinger covers left side. Doesn't really do much of a move, and Mateo's able to spin and find a double leg, lifts Steidinger and gets the takedown, swims for the half, and he's gonna get back points in the first period. He might get the fall if he settles his chest down. Oh, Steidinger is able to slip out of Casillas' half, but Casillas finds a 5-point move to answer that early takedown by Steidinger. Mateo pretty solid on top. One thing I noticed in his last match, he was kind of rushing things and not hooking things up before he tried to take his opponent over. Good forward pressure by Mateo. Steidinger's pretty glued to the mat right now. That was a fun first period. I think both of these wrestlers have more points to score here in this match. Mateo will start down. He, on the second restart, he got out pretty easily. Remember, he turned into that double leg and then swum to the half. That's how he got his 5 points. Mateo's in a tripod. Steidinger just kind of hanging on and draping. Mateo tries to roll, almost rolls to his back, but now we've got a scramble situation. And Mateo is able to catch Steidinger on his back. Plenty of time here. Mateo's trying to settle down. Oh, it is close. Mateo is close. He's just got to get his chest settled. He's looking good here. 1:30 left in this period. Wow, Steidinger looked really good early in the match, but there's the fall for the Bulldog. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Oh, I'd like to see those two wrestle again. Okay, at 220 pounds, we have Daniel Renshaw from the Bulldogs and Brandon Hazelton from Fairbury Prairie Central. Hazelton is I believe, a 2-time Illinois State champ, 3-time finalist. So Renshaw is definitely stepping way up in class here. Hazelton digs in an underhook and then does a far knee pick right away. Hazelton will cut Renshaw. Comes right at Renshaw again looking for underhooks. Hazelton looks like he's going to try an arm spin, is able to get Renshaw down. No points yet. Renshaw still has the head, but then the ref awards 2 as Hazelton pops his head out. Hazelton, physical, strong wrestler. Has good forward pressure on Renshaw. Hazelton had kind of a half crossface. Not sure what he's trying here. He's almost giving Renshaw a Granby situation, but he's trapped the arm with his legs. I don't know if I've ever seen this. He's got a power half and the arm trapped with the legs. This is an interesting move. Does not look like a very good position to be in, though. Renshaw straining against the hold of Hazelton. Oh, he's able to get Renshaw to flip and settles in with a head and arm. 30 seconds left in the period. Hazelton looking for the fall. Oh, Renshaw turns into him, and that's going to seal it. A fall by Hazelton. That was an interesting pinning combination. I don't know if I've seen that. Arm elevated and then have the far side half. Definitely did not look like a fun position to be in. So the Hawks score their first points of the night. It is now 70-6, and we will end the night with Colton Crowley receiving a forfeit. Final score 76-6. Bulldogs are now 5-0 on the year. Now we will have a second dual meet. These Hawks and these Bulldogs will wrestle again. The Bulldogs will send out most of their backups against these Prairie Central wrestlers, and we are going right into it. So at 106, Abby Bergstrahl, who we saw wrestle Caden Hatton, will now wrestle Lucas Altstetter. The ref taking a drink, wiping himself off. Looks like we might have a short break here. The wrestlers are ready to go. I think the referee might be signing the official match card. Before we get this started, let me take a chance to thank our sponsors. They are Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Networks, Jackson Quality Construction, Subway Mahomet, Classic Plumbing, First State Bank of Forest, BSN Sports, and McDonald's of Mahomet. So Bergstrahl and Altstetter start with collar ties. Oh, Altstetter's able to pop the elbow and gets a right side high crotch. Cut over to the double briefly and then gave up on it. He's lifting Bergstrahl with just the one leg and then decides to turn hard into her. She falls down to her knees and he's able to cover for the takedown. Altstetter now picks up the leg, pulls Bergstrahl back on. He's draping over the top, doesn't really have a good breakdown strategy here. There he gets a chop. Lucas once again lifts the leg, tries to pull Bergstrahl back. The coaches are telling him to Turk it, to lift, pull, and step through to try and Turk. Bergstrahl falls on her rear. It might be, thought there might be a cradle opportunity there from Altstetter, but nothing came of it. Bergstrahl is able to keep the action on the mat and get the escape. 30 seconds left. Good job by Bergstrahl to score at the end of this period. She's trying to control the center now. Altstetter might be looking to go right side again. Bergstrahl is either looking for a snap down front headlock or she wants to do some kind of neck wrench there. Altstetter, once again, hits that right side high crotch, but he doesn't double off. There he's got the double. He needs to watch his feet. Oh, but time runs out on Lucas Altstetter's second shot attempt. Bergstrahl will take down in the second period. Altstetter goes tight waist for her ankle, but doesn't really pull the ankle up. Just stops Bergstrahl's first move. She tripods up and then tries to find a hip toss. Lucas was leaving his head hanging and she's going to get the reversal. She's getting back points and she might get the fall here. She's settling in with 1:40 left in this period. She's really just got to lift the head, and I think she has Lucas dead to rights. Oh, she gets parallel. Can Lucas roll through? I think she would be better served. Oh, she's able to adjust. Almost had Lucas flat there. She hops all the way over to the far side of her original grip and then gets the fall. Looks like Allstetter might have hurt his shoulder on that action. Bergstrahl got the win. As most of you know, wrestling is not kind on the shoulders. They get stretched every which way. Hopefully it's just a minor strain for Lucas. While we have a minute, I'd like to thank my producer, Ryan Ziegler, who's a sophomore, correct, at Mahomet-Seymour High School. He does a great job with all our transitions and controlling stuff behind the scenes. I definitely think Mr. Anderson should give you an A for this class. Although Ryan did tell me his favorite class ever was geometry with Mrs. Morphew. The wrestlers go out of bounds. Actually, in fact, he said that she was the most talented and insightful teacher at Mahomet-Seymour High School. So, very high praise for Mrs. Morphew from a very intelligent, promising young man. All right, Decker. This is Gage Decker against Aiden Mackey. Wrestlers locking up in collar ties. Mackey tried to hit a hip toss that Decker rolled through. Gage now looking to control wrists. Wrestlers are forehead to shoulder, now forehead to forehead.
So keep your feet moving. Circling. Keep your elbows down.
Mackey tries to shoot with no arms. Gage is able to catch a half. He gets the takedown, and now he's getting back points. Mackey's hips flip, and now Mackey's in trouble. Great flexibility by Mackey. Decker trying to settle in and stay on the mat. Gage can't quite figure out what to do with that left arm. Comes around the rib cage and Mackey rolls through. Decker catches an arm and has the half. Mackey might be flat here. 30 seconds left. And the wrestlers are called off the mat. Decker's foot just went off, but he gets the 3-point near fall. A switch by Mackey to a stand-up. Decker's able to return. Mackey, we saw him try and catch that arm against Ragona. And there's the roll, but Decker is able to get the tight waist, keep the half, reverse the half, goes back to the regular half, and now he's got Mackey on his back for a second time. 5 seconds left in this period. Can Decker get the fall? No, the period expires, but another 3 points. So Decker has an 8-0 lead going into the second period. Mackey takes down. See if he hits that switch first move again. Incorrect covering position from Decker, so he gets a caution. Sit-out attempt by Mackey. Returns back to his base, but catches the elbow. Decker was able to slip out of this last time. Decker finds a half on the far side. Jumps sides. But nothing comes of it. Decker sinks a half again. Mackey wings down hard. Decker is able to snake out of this. If there's one thing I've learned from watching Gage Decker's brothers wrestle, it's that Deckers have this odd ability to slip out of things, catch an arm, catch a wrist, really turn their tables on their opponent. Here comes that roll again if Decker sinks that half anymore. There it goes. Ooh, almost a full Nelson, but Decker catches the half far side, gets Mackey on his back again for the third time this match. Decker needs to rotate to the head a little bit. Oh, now he's got it tight. This should be a fall. Decker trying to circle toward the head. He sinks a regular half, and Mackey looks flat from here. The ref says no. .38 seconds left. And there's the fall for Gage Decker. Good job taking advantage of opportunities there by Gage Decker. All right, I'm excited for this one. Talon Pollock, who wrestles 132 for the Bulldogs. He has not seen any action yet this year. He's had a bunch of forfeits, and I believe this is Donovan Lewis again for Fairbury. He looked like a strong kid. Looks like he's got some moves out there. Talon, I know, had a very good junior high and youth career. A promising freshman for the Bulldogs. Oh, nice slide by to an underhook, tries to get the high crotch, comes up to a hip toss, is able to hip into Lewis and gets Lewis on his back. Oh, Pollock has that tight. I know Pollock has done a lot of Greco wrestling, and you saw it in that opening sequence. The slide by, he did have a tentative underhook high crotch, right to the hip toss, and there's the fall for Pollock. Nice job for the freshman. Gets his first action in a high school singlet. Our next match, I believe, is this a 182? Yes. This is Owen Steidinger. We saw his brother Connor earlier. Owen Steidinger will wrestle Stevie Pogue. Stevie Pogue has one varsity win this year. The lighter Steidinger looks just as stout as his brother. Stevie has the length, but he might be giving up strength here. There's a good left side high crotch, but Steidinger doesn't double off right away. Doesn't matter because Pogue loses his balance and gives up the 2 points. Right to a chicken wing by Steidinger. Oh, but he rushes it and Pogue slips out of it. Pogue tripods, but is brought down to the mat. Steidinger finds that chicken wing again. He's able to force it over. Ooh, does not look good for Pogue. Oh, but Pogue is able. Oh, I thought Pogue found an opening, but he couldn't get it. And now Steidinger lifts the head and gets a fall. Good aggressive wrestling there from Steidinger. He was almost a little too eager for that chicken wing and missed it the first time. Settled into it the second time. So Connor Steidinger will wrestle Camden Harms. This is listed as a 195-pound match. But I'm pretty sure Harms is a 220-pounder for the Bulldogs. He is. Harms, a sophomore. Hasn't seen much varsity action. What I liked about Harms is he showed a willingness to do a bunch of different moves. He looks for different setups, left side and right side shots. On top, he tries any number of different pinning combinations. Ooh, big club there from Steidinger. Welcome to varsity, Camden.
All right, Connor, get it moving. Get your hands on it.
There's a shot defended. Harms can't score off short offense. Level change from Harms. Harms is able to elevate the elbow and drop into a single. Mateo Casillas was here on Steininger as well. Now Harms dumps it wisely as Steininger went for the head. Harms steps over the legs and gets the 2, but Steininger trying to sit hard for a switch. Harms keeps driving in, holding position. Oh, Camden finds a far side cradle. Oh, but he loses the grip. Steininger's able to roll out. Steininger drives in, is able to work to the single. Harms looking for shot defense, gives up on the whizzer and lets Steininger come around behind, and Steininger's able to mat return for the takedown. I think if Harms would have kept that whizzer and kept trying to face, he might have been able to get to his shot defense, his sprawl. Steininger able to run around behind and then do a lift mat return. Good action for this first period. 3-2 for the Prairie Central wrestler. Steininger will take down. I think Harms is a promising underclassman for the Bulldogs. I like he finds moves and it looks like he does them pretty well. Of course, we've talked about on this broadcast how the upper weights of the Bulldogs in the past, at least the past 5 years, even longer than that, have really been the strength of these teams. And Harms, in action against a pretty strong varsity wrestler, is showing that depth. He gets Steininger flat, looking for the power half, but loses his pressure on the hips. Steininger tries to flip his hips or hit a switch, but Camden's able to follow. Camden ride him well. Oh, Camden finds a tilt, but they roll out of bounds. Good ride from the young Bulldog. We have a loose shoelace, so that'll be a stalling call to Steininger, and now injury time for him to tie that back up. I could see Camden, he's only a sophomore, I could see him growing into the Bulldog heavyweight here for the next couple years. Good stand up by Steininger, but good back trip return from Harms. Now Harms going to a spiral and a collar, looking like he's trying to trap that far arm. Ooh, good elbow catch by Steininger and bucks Harms off. Now Steininger finds himself in a front headlock. Harms really needs to work on those hands. Looks like he's trying to peel that hand off his chin. Use the out of bounds as his friend here. Oh, he drops into a single, or a high crotch I should say, doubles off across the waist. Steininger keeps the head, but Harms gets the takedown. Harms powered through that neck wrench attempt, missed the half opportunity, but gets the 2 points anyway, and it is now 4-4. This is a good match. Wrestlers probably aren't going to do too much here on the edge. The ref senses that, asking him to work, but I think we'll get a stalemate or an out of bounds. Nope, the period ends. Harms' choice now. He will take down. Steininger looks like a good raw athlete who just needs a little more time in the practice room. Harms tripods up. Steininger goes to the collar, looking for Harms, who turns hard into Steininger, gets the reversal. Harms takes the lead 6-4, and he's been pretty good on top. He's been able to ride Steidinger. Steidinger has gotten escapes. Oh, there's the second stall warning on the Prairie Central wrestler. That gives Harms a little bit more breathing room. It's now 7-4. Harms trying to dig out that arm to put the bar across the back, and he gets it. Now he slips in the chicken wing from that bar. That's good. Secures the far wrist. Now he needs to pressure forward with that elbow in his chest. Man, textbook stuff. Straight from the practice room to the wrestling mat for Camden Harms. Steidinger's hips turn. Oh, and his shoulders are flat. And Harms with the fall. I'm not going to lie. I like watching Harms wrestle. Nice job. Okay, now we will see Brandon Hazelton one more time taking on Colton Crowley. Crowley is the heavyweight, but he is an undersized heavyweight. This is a 220 match. Hazelton pinned the Bulldog All-Stater Daniel Renshaw. Hazelton with a flurry of hands, but kind of falls off Crowley, and they go out of bounds. So I think for Hazelton there, when he hits those combination of hand fights, he expects wrestlers to react a certain way, and I don't think Crowley did, and so Hazelton a little bit lost his balance. Hazelton tries a foot sweep. Crowley drops in and is in a crackdown position now, trying to secure that high crotch. Can't do it. Hazelton has great strength in hips, gets out to a front headlock, puts the head in the hole, and spins around for the 2-point takedown. Now we'll see Hazelton earlier against Renshaw had a really unique pinning combination that looked really, really painful, and it looks like he's looking for it now. Crowley looked like he was going to reach back for the leg. I think Hazelton was baiting him, trying to get him to reach back. Crowley gave up on that wisely. Crowley reached back for the leg again, and Hazelton looking for the far side half. You just cannot reach between the legs when Hazelton is in this position. So the coaching staff and Colton look like they've had a talk. Colton almost got burned by it there, but I think he realizes what's going on now. Hazelton drapes over the top, and Crowley's almost able to pull him down, but Hazelton is able to sneak in the near leg. This is our last match of the night. Just to recap, earlier the Bulldogs won the official varsity meet. They won it 76-6. This is a follow-up meet to get these Prairie Central wrestlers and Bulldog wrestlers matches. In this weird IHSA season, this is kind of an unofficial JV meet, even though you're seeing a lot of varsity wrestlers wrestle in this round. Hazelton gets a little high again, and Crowley almost dumps him over the top. Hazelton looking for the crossface now. Two more periods to go. After this match, I urge you to stay on because we have a special message from our Bulldog family. So please, after this match, stay on so that you can see that announcement. Hazelton tripods up. Crowley gets the lift. Hazelton goes right to the roll. Wow, you could just see Hazelton thinking out there. He let Crowley lift, but he stayed in this balled up position. And as soon as they hit the mat, Hazelton hit that roll. Now Hazelton with a bow and arrow leg trap. That'll be a potentially... the ref calls a stalling on Hazelton. Hazelton cannot keep that trapped for very long, or he'll get that stalling call. Hazelton really looking for the far side cradle now that Crowley won't give him that over-the-top half combination. Oh, he's looking for it now. Colton cannot, no, don't reach between the legs, Colton. Don't reach, don't reach. The ref, the whole bench yelling at Colton Crowley to not reach between the legs. Hazelton with a lot of pressure on the head. Now he looks for that crossface cradle again. I'd like to see Hazelton work more from his feet here if he can't get Crowley in a pinning combination he likes. Crowley trying to dump Hazelton over the top again, but can't quite get it. So Crowley fighting off these assaults from Hazelton. Trying not to reach between Hazelton's legs. Oh. I'm surprised Crowley hasn't gotten called for stalling. He is kind of balled up. Hazelton's keeping pressure on, but hasn't really been able to hook anything up. Crowley will go neutral. So Hazelton has a flurry of hands here. Instead he just reaches for a soft collar tie. Now Hazelton's draped. I'm guessing he's going to snap here. Crowley snaps instead. Hazelton tries to dig in the underhook. Crowley shoots a high crotch from an overhook position, and Hazelton's able to easily defend that. Now Hazelton will go to work on his feet. Takes a shot from distance, stopped by head and hands defense from Crowley, but he transitions trying to knee pick. Still moving forward for Hazelton. Crowley drops underneath. Hazelton catches the arm and is able to get Crowley in danger. Hazelton releases the pressure and is going to cut Crowley. Hazelton has the major decision, looking for the tech fall. Hazelton with that sweep again, then to an underhook, fall into short offense. Hazelton circles out of bounds. I think this is a takedown from Hazelton unless his foot's out. Ref does call them out of bounds. Power of Hazelton is evident. There's a snap straight into a double. That was a good arm chop snap by Hazelton there, and then he transitioned right into his double leg because his level was already so low. Another release by Hazelton. Takes a shot from distance, comes up to a body lock. Oh, and Crowley just crumbles under the pressure. Hazelton on top and gets the fall with 18 seconds left. So that concludes our wrestling for tonight. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We do have a special announcement here. So Mahomet is the kind of town that knows how to rally behind its own. Take a look at this announcement to see how you can join the fundraising effort to support 2 families in their battle against cancer.
Okay, good morning, Bulldog families and fans. My name is Nick DiFilippo. I'm the head baseball coach here at mahomet-seymour High School. I'm here today with the other spring and summer sport coaches to make you aware of a program that our spring sports teams are putting together to support 2 of our families currently dealing and battling with cancer. This spring, Mahomet-Seymour baseball team will be taking pledges and donations for each strikeout recorded by the Bulldog pitching staff. This money will be collected at the end of the season and shared with the families of Lincoln Trail teacher Sarah Dyer and family of MSHS teacher Eric Andrecki.
And I'm Rob Ledden, the head wrestling coach, and we're also going to participate, and we're going to use pins for cancer.
Hi, Lisa Ayers, head softball coach. We're partnering with baseball, and we'll be taking donations and pledges for strikeouts this season as well.
My name is Keith Pogue. I'm the head boys track coach. I'm also representing our girls track program. We're going to contribute based on first place finishes this track season.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Davis, head varsity coach for the girls soccer this spring. We're going to be doing goals for cancer.
For more information on this initiative, please contact the head coach of any of the spring sports programs, as we'll be sharing this information also through the Sky Alert system, our social media, and other ways throughout the building. And remember, no Bulldog stands alone in their battle.
A link to the pledge form is in the description of this video. Please consider offering what you can to help the Andrecki and Dyer families. Let's show them that no Bulldog stands alone. So thank you for watching. We will stay on here. There are a couple inter-squad matches that will be wrestled. The Bulldogs won their 5th meet of the season by a margin that we've seen, 76-6 over the Prairie Central Hawks. You know, it's evident that teams are struggling to fill out a roster this year. It really is amazing that the Bulldogs have 32 kids on their squad. It's just a testament to, one, Rob Ledden and this coaching staff. They've been very flexible, trying to accommodate everyone. Many of these wrestlers are out for track or out for baseball, and they are having practices at all times of day to get people mat time. This Mahomet wrestling community, the parents, the wrestlers themselves, it really goes to show how much we value the sport here in Mahomet and how dedicated people are to this sport. That's also influenced at different levels. Coach Heinold at the junior high has a successful program. In fact, there are like 12 to 15 freshmen on this team that came from the junior high program. We're seeing 2 of them here. This is DeAndre Huey, and I am not quite sure who the other wrestler is. If I have to guess, I guess I'm thinking this is Braden Williams. Score is 2-0 in favor of Huey. Braden Williams gets called for stalling. So if we look ahead for the Bulldogs, on Thursday is senior night. They will face Cumberland and Monticello. I haven't been able to find results for Monticello or Cumberland, but I'm guessing they're in the same situation that most of these teams are. There will probably be about 6 or 7 matches. Cumberland last year had a few state qualifiers. When they came here to wrestle the Bulldogs in January, there were a couple upsets. I remember Gage Granadino dropped a match to Cumberland, so it'll be interesting to see if he matches up with that Cumberland wrestler again. Following that, on Saturday the 22nd on Bulldog TV, we will have duels against Springfield and Centennial. We just found out today that the Bulldogs, that Mahomet, I should say, will host the IWCOA sectional. So there is no official IHSA postseason, but there is going to be one that's sponsored by the IWCOA. Huey wrestled a match last weekend. Got a chance to wrestle a varsity match. And he gets the reversal to take a 6-0 lead. Finds a half and gets the fall in this first of, I believe, maybe 2 or 3 inter-squad matches. I think the next one will be Jacob Schlenker. And is that Rashi coming out? Mason Rashi? I don't really see anyone else warming up on the Bulldog bench, so this might be our last match of the night. Jacob Schlenker is a senior. He just started wrestling when he got to high school. I think maybe his sophomore year was his first year, and then he didn't come out his junior year, and now he's back out his senior year. Oh, this is Caleb Bundren for the Bulldogs. Oh, Schlenker finds a high crotch to a double. Drives Bundren off the mat. I mentioned how big the freshman class is. The senior class is a decent size. 8 seniors, which we will honor on Thursday. Now that I'm the youth club coach, I think the top thing on my list is producing cohorts of kids who just really love the sport and stick it out all the way through their senior year. I would love to see classes of 8, 10, or 12 Bulldog seniors. Because you know that means that there was probably 15 or 18 coming in, and you lose a few along the way. But if we can keep producing these large classes, the Bulldogs are going to be just fine. Half the battle of being a successful team and making it to team state like the Bulldogs have is just having a full lineup with a lot of solid above average wrestlers. And I think since I have been affiliated with Mahomet Wrestling, that's what Coach Ledden has been able to do. Put a lot of good wrestlers in the lineup and then have 2 or 3 superstars. So I think the future is definitely bright for the Bulldogs. There's a lot of success in the junior high that's going to be showing up at this high school level thing. Schlenker will choose neutral. Schlenker had a nice high crotch to a double. It looks like he's circling to look for that again. Oh, he decides to circle the other way and drops in on a single, cuts across to the double, and gets his second takedown of the match. He fixes his headgear mid-ride. He's trying a power half, but his legs and hips are way out of position here. Bundren should be able to at least get the escape, if not a reversal from this position. Bundren pops his head and does get the reversal. I don't know all of the seniors' plans. I know some of them. I know Peyton Ragona is going into the military, and he won't even get to compete in the postseason. I think he leaves for boot camp in early June. Gage Granadino is looking maybe to start off at a 2-year school to wrestle. Daniel Renshaw is going to the U of I, major in bioengineering, hoping to walk on to the wrestling team. Bundren has a leg now. Schlenker is giving good hip pressure. Now he needs to circle to his free leg. He needs to circle towards the head table. Oh, he relieves his hip pressure, and Bundren's able to pull that leg in tighter. Jacob really need to keep his legs out, his hips down, and he probably could have circled around and grabbed Bundren's left ankle. Bundren hooks the leg. He just has to pop his head. Oh, lost opportunity there from Bundren as the ref calls a stalemate. End of the second period, and Schlenker is up 5-3. Bundren will take top. Bundren looks for to stuff the head and find a half right away off the whistle. He's driving Schlenker's head to his knee, but can't quite get the leverage to flip Schlenker. Still riding that half. Bundren gets Schlenker on his back. Choosing top is paying off, and Schlenker gets the fall. Or sorry, Bundren gets the fall. All right, I think that was our last match of the night. No, it looks like we have an upper weight match. McCain Didier, and I think this will be Zach Hammond. Oh man, when you wrestle an inter squad match after the regular dual meet, you have to clean up your own blood, as Bundren is doing on the mat now. Seeing two of the backup heavyweights now for the Bulldogs. McCain Didier is green. Zach Hammond is red. Oh, a nice little shot there from Didier. I love it when heavyweights are willing to shoot. They just can't get stuck underneath there. But Didier shot to the outside, scrambled his feet around, so he did not feel Hammond's weight at all. Hammond to his feet, peeling the hands, and gets out. Colton Crowley is wrestling heavyweight for the Bulldogs this year. He's undersized at that. I think he will stick there most of pretty much this year, as Didier in on a single and is able to crawl his knees forward and get the takedown, and now he sinks in a half, and Didier with the fall. So that concludes our night. Once again, the Bulldogs have beat Prairie Central to go to 5-0. Thank you very much for watching, and we wish you a good night. job by. Oh, and now that was weathered the storm and now is in control of this match. And there's the fall for Peyton Ragona. Another 6. So Hillard has the 8. He gets the 2-point near fall, and that will be the tech fall. Nice job by. Oh, and now that looks close. Hauser is definitely in pin territory here, and there's. Mateo's able to spin and find a double leg, lifts Steiger and gets the takedown, swims.